What is going on, everyone? And welcome to the Sports Talk on Tap podcast. We're here. You can find daily videos Monday through Friday, maybe even on the weekends, covering all the four major sports leagues, MLB, NHL, NBA, whether it be news, games, all that fun stuff. And I'm Jake, that's Nick. And in today's segment for our NHL, we are going to be, obviously, there's only one thing to talk about right now, the Stanley Cup Finals. Game 3 tonight, Oilers versus Panthers. We head back to Edmonton, where the Panthers lead the series 2-0. And for anyone knowing, Nick has been riding Edmonton since his Bruins are out. Big McDavid fan. Me, love the Panthers. Big Florida guy. Big Kachuk guy. We had some comments yesterday calling it Panthers in 4. But, we'll see what happens. So, Nick, what happens tonight? Are we seeing another 3-0 lead like the NBA Finals, or are we seeing Edmonton show something and they get this game to make it a 2-1 series?
I think it's going to be super similar to the NBA Finals matchup type of thing. It's pretty much the same thing. The team that's down 0-2 is going back home fighting for their really fighting for the series, because 3-0, like we all know, is usually a death sentence. So I think it's going to be a good game regardless. I want to say Edmonton wins, but just, when we talked about it, I think an episode or two ago, when they dominated the offensive zone, they lost. And then the game after, they got dominated, lost by the same margin. So, I don't really know what the recipe is right now. They've scored 1 goal in this entire series so far, which is kind of, eye-opening, especially for a team like the Oilers, who have so many goal scorers. But I'm hoping they come out and just kind of feed off the home crowd, feed off the, backs against the wall type energy. Hopefully McDavid has that breakout game that I was trying to call for. Didn't get it last game, so if he doesn't get it this game, then I'm going to look like an idiot.
Yeah.
But it's so it's playing against this Panthers team is just so demoralizing for whatever team you are.
Yeah,
because you can play your best hockey and still lose by 3 goals.
That's the thing. That we look back at game 1, Edmonton controlled every time of possession. It felt like had the better chances, but at the end, Florida still won 3-0. I mean, what was an empty net? So you want to call it 2-0, sure, but it's demoralizing because you played some of your best hockey. You lost by 3. Florida comes back, looked like the much better team in game 2. Florida handles business, wins by 3. I'm expecting somewhere in the middle tonight where it's 50-50, but can Skinner step up, make some big-time saves? Will be something I look at. Does, like you said, does Connor McDavid get going? Draisaitl, just like I mentioned last time, does Florida, send a message after that Barkov hit, But obviously, like you said, Florida's still so locked in. Maybe all they care about is winning, which, I don't blame them, but they're a physical team anyways. They don't like getting punked. They're always at the front of the net, but hammering the goaltender, just kind of giving problems to anyone who's in their way. But this Florida team looks like on a mission. I'll give Edmonton the benefit of the doubt, though, mainly because I just don't want to see a sweep like the NBA Finals. I don't want to see any sweeps ever, really, unless they're my team winning. But, that's the most sport fan. But I'll say it's going to be a split in Edmonton, but I'll go – I guess I'll give Florida to win tonight, but it wins. Either way, it's going to be a split in this series. Maybe Edmonton wins tonight, Florida wins game 4. I think Edmonton's too good to get swept. McDavid will have one of those games, no matter how good Florida's defense is, where he just goes for nuclear. But I still like Florida in probably 5 now. I think my original prediction was 6, but just the way they've handled business so far, my prediction is this series will be split in Edmonton. Florida wins it at home in front of their fans to give the Florida Panthers their first Stanley Cup. And, Florida can smell it just like the Celtics can right now, I bet.
Yeah, it's so tough to, as much as I want to say, Oilers in 7 or whatever, it's so tough to say that after Florida has really just shut them down offensively. McDavid has 1 point right now. I mean, obviously, when there's 1 goal, he has 1 assist. It's just so tough to pick them, even on their home ice, even backs against a wall. Unless they just flip a switch like they did in that Dallas series, where they just turn into a new team. I I can't see them getting, through 5 games, which
Yeah.
sucks to say, but it's a credit to Florida. Like, I know when to give a team their flowers, and as much as Florida has annoyed me the past 2 years, they deserve their flowers because, they've been a great team for more than just the past 2 years, but now they're really earning it, and they're finally over the hump of not being able to get to the Stanley Cup, then not being able to win the Stanley Cup, and now finally this is really their time.
It is. I think they're just a team of destiny. State of hockey, like I said, Tampa Bay, 3 Stanley Cup appearances, win 2. Florida last year, Stanley Cup appearance, they're about to win this one maybe. So we'll see. But Florida is probably lit right now. Been a great couple year run for them. But with that being said, huge game tonight. We'll be here obviously to recap it tomorrow, and we'll see. Hopefully, Edmonton at least wins 1, so it doesn't end on a weekend. But I believe it'd be Friday or Sunday if Panthers were to sweep. But
yeah,
either way, we'll be here covering the games. Big recap tomorrow to see if Florida's 1 win away or if Edmonton has the series back on and it's only 2-1 and they're looking to even up the series. So that'll be exciting. Huge game tonight. Obviously, I'm looking at the goaltenders, Skinner, playoff Bobrovsky. We know what he does, but can Skinner step up? Can Edmonton Stars answer the call? It'll be a very good game, I bet. And that Canada, like we talked about, there are many Stanley Cup finals in Canada, so I know Edmonton's going to be rocking, which will be awesome to see.
Yeah, I actually don't know the last one. The last one, not counting COVID, because I know Montreal did make it.
Yeah.
It might have been
Vancouver.
Yeah.
And that was crazy time. They had the watch parties outside Vancouver. But with that being said, though, it should be such a fun game. And we'll be here once again to recap it tomorrow. But with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.